Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and welcome back to another Bakugan video. Today we're going to be doing a sort of Bakugan repair. So when I got my Bakugan, I noticed that some of the magnets were kind of either weak or didn't quite work, or there were just some problems with them, like the Bakugan just stopped opening. So I'll kind of show you some examples right now. So on my regular Pyrus Drago, I can like lay him on the magnet and like he won't really, it's very hard for him to pop open. Like even rolling him, he just kind of sticks. Some force, like dropping him, will open him. And then same for my Cross Dragonoid. So just laying him on the magnet, he's very like, he doesn't open very well. You can't roll him and he catch. And because he's translucent, you can kind of even see in like the ball, probably not on video, but his magnet is like a little off center, and I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to be. Not 100% sure, but like I said, these Bakugan don't really open very well. Like sometimes my Drago does, sometimes he doesn't. So I'm trying to see. Well, maybe he's opening now. Let's see. Yeah. See, so for some reason they're just not opening all the time. It's very weird, and I'd really like for them to roll and open, just because. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a repair. We're going to be opening them up and see if we can adjust and tweak things just a little bit to get them working again. Nothing drastic. I have opened Bakugan quite often, especially doing my custom paints. If you'd like to see any of those, there will be a little eye up in the corner icon you can click on, or they'll be at the end of the video. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar, and I'm very confident I can open up the regular Pyrus Drago, the original, no problem, and fix it. However, this translucent Cross Dragonoid is kind of scaring me a bit. I've never opened a Vortex Bakugan, nor are there any videos online I could find of opening a Vortex Bakugan. So I'm just kind of throwing myself into it. I'm really scared. It's probably going to be really stupid of me because this thing's so valuable. But I want it to work so bad. So hopefully, I'll have everything on video, so in case something goes wrong, I can retrace my steps and figure out if they're like how to put them back together, if it's going to be a big deal. But I don't know if that'll happen. I think it should be fairly simple. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So if you've never opened a Bakugan or you need help repairing, hopefully this video can give you some tips and just general like how Bakugans work. Alright guys, so first we're going to be doing the Pyrus Dragonoid, and as you can see, he's only got, even when opened, he's only got one screw, and that is in his leg right here, like on the side near his leg. I also like to just try and figure out where the Bakugan like closes, and it seems to be between the wings here. There's this little pin, if you can see that right there, that locks in with the back of the head. So we kind of know what we're working with here, so we can check and see if anything's loose. So I have a little flathead screwdriver here. This works most of the time on most Bakugan to get this little triangle safety screw undone. And this one seems really old. There's a lot of dust collecting in it. You probably can't see it. But I'm just going to go ahead and try and open that. It might take a little bit of force. Let's see. Okay, got the screw. We can just use our hand now. I'm going to put the screw over in a safe place. We really don't want to lose that. So yeah, so now we can kind of pop him open. It seems like he comes in half here. So let's go ahead and like slowly wiggle him. See if we can't pop him open. Oh, there we go. That was easy. All right, so inside, fairly simple. So there is a wire back here that seems to be used for that magnet. So it might take a little bit more than I thought, but we can sit here and work on it. So I may end up needing to remove this screw as well. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm trying to figure out what that pin's supposed to do. What we might need to end up doing is just putting them back together and see if just simply unscrewing it helped, because 9 times out of 10 that usually does. And I'm just kind of playing with the magnet here to figure out how it works. So it seems like when he closes, that locks into place. Okay, so that's seems to be pretty much together. Oop, stuff's coming apart. Oh no. Nope, stay in there, little screw. Oh, seems something popped out. So yeah, it seems that that comes undone. And then when the screw hits, it releases, and he pops back up. Yep. Okay, so that's how it works. Hello, this is Jesse from the future here providing some context. So if you see right here, I'm going to zoom in. If you see this little like wire right here popping up, this is where things started to go wrong for me. So essentially when the head kind of moved a while back and it like started falling off, that wire got misaligned and it popped up. And it's not that it was a terrible fix, like it didn't break the Bakugan or anything. The problem was it was very hard to get back into place and put the whole Bakugan together. So for the next like 30 minutes or so, all I'm doing is trying to just put that little wire back in its proper position, and it took me forever, and it was a pain in the butt. So for the most of the rest of this video, you're going to see me struggle a lot on that. So now let's put him back together and see what he does. Okay, and then it's back together. I just got to pop that screw in real quick. Okay guys, so I ended up screwing the screw back in. I didn't try and do it too tight, but let's see if it... Uh-oh. So we got something loose here, great. This might be a harder repair than I thought. If you can see here, I'm trying to get this little wire back on because it popped off. We have our little rod here. It might be easiest to go ahead and get the wire on. And I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, which isn't a great idea, but we'll do what we have to do. Gotta be very careful not to bend this little baby wire because it can break easy. And I really wish I had tweezers right now, which I don't. But I'm trying to show everything on camera. You're probably only seeing my hand. This is a terrible video, but you get to hear me jibber jabber. Hopefully that counts towards something. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I've managed to get it back on and in the right position. So now all we need to do is reassemble, hopefully. And yeah, so sorry for the bad camera angles. I'm working with such tiny bits, but I hope maybe you guys learned a little bit here. Let's wiggle that back on. Kind of being rough with it. Probably shouldn't do that, but let's see. Okay, so now it's all screwed back together, and moment of truth. Nothing. In fact, it opens even worse. So it seems like despite me fixing it, that wire still popped out, which is crazy. Because I distinctly put it back. Okay guys, so I got it fixed. Essentially, a lot of what I was recording, and it's going to be cut up, I have no idea what I'm keeping. Essentially, most of that was a lot of me trying to get a single like wire back in to make the neck work. And yeah, that was basically it. But I got him working, as you can see. He works fine now. And I'll put up a little video I have of the screw I adjusted. So all I did was I loosened that screw a teeny tiny bit. And as you can see here, he opens just fine now, which is incredible. It's amazing how that's sometimes all it takes. He is a bit loose here. I'm not 100% sure why that is. I think it was almost kind of always like that, but it honestly could be part of the loosening. So I'm probably going to have to go back in and adjust just a little bit. I may have loosened that screw a tiny bit too much. But yeah, so the moral of the story is don't let the wire right here. Let me see if I can get my screwdriver. This wire, do not let that pop out. It took me like 25 minutes to get that thing back in place. But there's plenty of video. There is like a video on it online that you can look at of someone opening a Dragonoid, which I did use to reference. And I'm sure as long as you take pictures and open it slow, you shouldn't have any problems. Now, the head being a little loose right here is kind of bothering me. So I think I'm going to actually open this guy back up and tighten that screw just a hair, just to give him that like lock back. Because the piece that's keeping the head on is this, so I can get some light on it. I I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's a little notch right there. Yeah, you can see that on camera. It's a little notch, and loosening that screw is what allows him to open, but I think I loosened it just a tad bit too much. But yeah, so if I do that, I'm just going to do it off camera because it's essentially just loosening that screw. All I wanted was a Dragonoid to open better, and he does, which is great. So now, yeah, we're going to move on to Cross Dragonoid, which I'm a little scared about. Okay, guys, now we're on to Cross Dragonoid, which I'm pretty nervous about, not even gonna lie. It's almost like I don't want to repair him because I'm scared, but I'm also going to because it's really annoying and it makes great content. So I'm gonna be more focused on this one, so I apologize if there's not any commentary. I will try and film it all. I kind of get into it when I'm filming, and sometimes I don't remove the camera or anything. But essentially, the first step is going to be removing these 3 screws, and I'm hoping that he just pulls apart on the top right here, this little like plastic ridge, and I'm able to just get in and adjust the magnet and not have to mess with any of these weird screwy bits, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put those back together. Yeah, here we go. Okay, well, these screws seem to come out rather easy. That's a good thing. So it's 1 screw. Put it over here. Careful not to drop it. Last screw. This one may be different than the others, so I'm going to keep it. No, they're all the same size, but I'll keep them separate just because. Okay, get this on film, Jesse, in case you mess up. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Okay, this is. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's separate. Good to know. Oh. Oh, snap. There's 2 more screws underneath this. Okay, so this 1 screw holds the back together. Interesting. Okay, I'll keep that to the side. Okay, so now we can get a closer look at some of the gizmos here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that very well. But you can see like the wind-up parts. It looks like it's just a little gear. Wow. Yikes. Okay. Alright, I hope it's held together by this metal piece, because I'm going in. Oh, still stuck on that screw. Whoopsies. Can I remove you now? Thank you. Okay. Now let's just kind of slowly pop it up. Oh. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, this is the inside of a Cross Dragonoid, everyone. So there's a gear held by a metal piece in... Oop, focus. So there's a gear held here, if it'll focus on this. Let's focus on the background. Hang on. Okay, so there's a gear held in here, which is kind of interesting. So this is one part, and it clicks alongside this piece, right? Okay, so we've learned some stuff now. This is interesting. I like this kind of stuff. And this is held by... Okay, I'm going to leave that right side up. Held by that. Here's my magnet. Perfect. Oh my god, there's a smaller piece in there. So this must be the piece I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. That's my magnet, and I need to figure out, I really wish I had like a toothpick or something to mess with this, because it's magnetized. This is the piece that's supposed to click on to this. Careful, don't lose my wings. The wings are attached there. So yeah, I don't quite know what I'm looking for here. This one's a lot harder, especially because it's translucent. Great. Alright, well, now I'm going to have to figure out how to get these wings back. Hello, Future Jesse here, providing more context for this repair. So the hardest part of this repair, and the thing that gave me the most trouble, was when the wings popped off. So if you're looking at these little pins, and I'll zoom in on them, these essentially have to clip into the wings a specific way to provide tension so that they can pop out and they close back in. Putting one wing on was very easy, but putting the second wing on was much harder, because the first wing you get on doesn't give you a lot of space to put the next one on. So essentially, just like the regular Dragonoid, the first repair I did in the video, this also took most of my time. It took like 30 minutes again just to figure it out. And I did end up getting it back together, as you'll see soon. But unfortunately, something went wrong, and I don't know if something just moved or whatever, but it was messing up again, so I disassembled and put it back together. And I'm rambling now, but you'll see it all in the video. Back on these pieces. Okay, well. Huh. Alright, well now I have to get this thing back together. Okay, so that pushes. Right. A bit of like oil on that as well. Interesting. Okay, so that's in. I've just got to get the wings back on now. Oh, but it's locked in. Interesting. So the wings click into this piece, which is not attached to anything, surprisingly. So yeah, so now I'm gonna have to figure out a way. Ooh. Yeah, it's very tension loaded here. This is interesting. It's really intricate. Alright. I need to get this piece on by any means necessary. So yeah, this spring is like really tense. Alright. This is gonna be tough. Maybe I should have put this wing on first? I don't know. Come on. Come on. You know you want to do it. Stressful. Leave something down in the comments if you are brave enough to do what I'm doing right now. Come on. You gotta get that on there. I really wish the wings didn't pop off. That's so annoying. I'm like moving in my seat. I'm squirming. But it seems to be pretty easy to put back together, which I'm incredibly thankful for. You can see right here where the spring is supposed to rest. Yeah, because they're on both wings. So sometimes when you're like repairing Bakugan and looking at them, you can tell where things are supposed to go. And I'm almost thinking that I need to put this wing on first, but I'm not 100% sure. How many of you guys have ever done this before? Huh? Come on. Come on, you want to. Hang on, guys. I might have to go off camera and get really close to this. Oh, it's close. Got it. Okay. No. It came apart. Alright, we're good. Alright, so this needs to go on. Click. Okay, where's my gear? Gear goes on. Things are falling apart. I'm not even like paying attention to the recording. I'm so sorry. It's intense. Okay, goes down. Come on, you can fit. You want to fit. So that metal piece that keeps that white gear together has to be lined up with a tiny hole on the Bakugan itself, and I'm having a hard time lining it up. And it's hard because that one piece that clicks the wings together is also like free. It moves around by itself. It's not loaded by anything. So getting this piece to center is going to be a pain in the butt. I'll get it eventually. It's just going to take a while. I don't even know if this is going to repair him. I guess it was good to like understand what goes on inside. Oh, there we go. Hey, got him. Okay, I need to screw him in immediately. I'm starting with the wings as well. Yeah, so I just kind of want to know, even if the magnet didn't work, at least we had a success in the fact that we now know what's inside of a Cross Dragonoid. If I got any of that on camera. Okay? Ooh, that was tense. I'm sweating. Because, you know, this guy's expensive. I paid like $100 for him. Oop, don't lose that. Not only do I kind of want him to work, but I'm also scared to break him while trying to make him work. Come on, get in there. Okay, well, good thing is the vortex seems to be working because he is spinning around a lot. So I did repair that, or not repair that, but put that on correctly. I just need to get all these screws in, which is super annoying. So the vortex, the system itself is not as complicated as I thought it was. I mean, literally it's just some like plastic gears that I guess wind. And it seems like the main one like is actually in the head of this one, so I didn't actually get to see it too much. Which I don't know. I'm kind of glad about because I don't have to worry about it, but at the same time, like I did just rip him apart, so I kind of wanted to see what it was. Alright, last one. I also hope that after I put them together, all these pieces click back. Should I test this? Perfect. Oh. Alright, what's wrong with this wing? Oh no, we've got a problem. See this wing? It's not opening. That's not a good thing. Yeah, that's not good. Why is this wing not open? Why is this wing connected is a better question. Okay, so it has to be the way I put on the gear. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go back in and see what I can repair because clearly I didn't do something right. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got it working, pretty sure. I've already screwed in everything. I don't know what the problem was the first like go around. I couldn't really tell you, but it does work now. It's just being a little flimsy right now because I don't have everything put together. Yeah, so this wing is no longer like stuck, I guess. Yeah, not really sure what all that's about, but it works. So all I have left to do is just pop in these wings, which just sit right there. And I believe after this, I am good to go. Yeah, I just went through and like basically did the same thing you saw in the video. Like, there's not much, there really wasn't much to it, other than the fact that like, you know, I just had to disassemble it again and play with those wings again. This might be really hard to put in. I did get some tweezers to try and help me out. They actually didn't end up doing too much. Okay, that's annoying because there is a magnet there. I don't know, I don't recommend this one. This is definitely like a elite level Bakugan disassembly and repair. So if you plan on doing this, do not recommend it. Just gonna flat out say it. It's not been a good time, but it's been an interesting one. I did get to learn how vortex work, and I'm hoping I taught you guys some, but man, this video is not going to turn out that great. I hope it does, but to me it seems like I'm just so focused that I may not get much content out of this. We'll see. Okay, so Drago should be good now. Let's close him up. Okay. So he's in his ball form. Let's see if I fix the magnet, because that was the whole point of this video, was to see if the magnet works. And he's always been loose here. This isn't for me. He's popping. Come on, Drago. What are you doing, buddy? There you go. Oh my god, did I actually fix it? Hang on a minute. Alright. Well, I guess we can just... Okay, not sure if I actually repaired anything. Doesn't look like it, but at least he opens. So yeah, I mean, we may have not repaired him, but we did learn a lot. We learned how Vortex Bakugan work. We learned that Cross Dragonoid is not easy to repair. And if you do plan on doing it, I recommend taking lots of pictures and going slow. Yeah, I'm just trying to like, I like to like, not necessarily stress test them, but like, make sure they're like able to, all the parts work and stuff. Okay, that goes in, that goes in. The head always seems to get, the head has to clip onto this tail. Oh no. Am I good? Am I good? Head has to clip onto here, and it doesn't always like to stay. And then these wings are relying upon these. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, definitely fixed. I keep getting scared that like this won't pop open, but it does, because that was my problem. For some reason, this wing would get stuck like really bad. These wings have a lot of resistance, I learned. Yeah, I mean they have like a high quality spring on there. It's not like your basic, um, like regular springs or whatever that you find in most Bakugan. These springs are like made of a different type of metal and are much more like resistant and strong. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot. I don't know if that's just the Japanese quality, because the Japanese Bakugan tend to have a higher quality metal and stuff and like plastic. I'm not sure. Yeah, man, that head just is never. It never likes to stay. Do you guys have? If you have a Cross Dragonoid, let me know if your head always like doesn't like to click in. Mine never does. It's really weird. It does work, and that's all I really care about at this point after all I've been through. But we did get one win today, and that is the regular Pyrus Dragonoid, which, you know, oh no, did it? This video is a disaster. Oh, I thought no. Okay, well, you know what we learned today, guys? Repairing Bakugan means nothing. It means nothing. I don't even know. I'm going to title this video Bakugan Repair Disaster or something. Oh, I did all that work. This video is going to be so long, so I'm going to have to cut it up. All that work for him to not work when you roll him anymore. What the heck? Are you kidding me? I thought I got it working. I even checked it. Oh. I'm in denial, guys. Well, anyways, glad I wasted everyone's time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. I tried so hard. Peace out.